Riley's Garden Adventures, and today the plan is honey. I'm going to taste test 2 burpee varieties that have honey in their names. Honeycomb and Honey Delight. Let's see how these honey tomatoes taste and if they are sweet as they're described.
The first tomato we have is Honeycomb. Honeycomb is an indeterminate type with half-ounce fruits and a 75 to 80 day maturity. Visually similar to Sun Gold, Honeycomb is claimed to be aromatic with a sweetness of honey. In my experience, while the growth pattern wasn't anything special, one thing should be noted is its resilience. It survived being uprooted overnight after a fierce thunderstorm and quickly recovered after replanting. Yield is decent with minimal cracking as well. The second tomato we have is Honey Delight. Honey Delight is an indeterminate type with 3 to 4 ounce fruits and its 87 day maturity. It is a winner of the Ford Hook taste test trials and it's said to be uniform and prolific. In my experience, Honey Delight was fun to grow. There was a lot more yield than I expected, with big, beautiful clusters. One thing, however, is its slow maturity. The fruits took quite a time to harvest compared to many other tomatoes.
Okay, now it's time for the taste test of the honey varieties. On my left, we got Honeycomb Hybrid, and then on my right, we have Honey Delight. Very excited to see how this goes. Honey sounds sweet, and I'm expecting it to be really sweet. So let's start off with Honeycomb. Get a good cut. Okay, wow, there you go. Very, very meaty tomato. This cherry tomato has like no chambers except these very two ones that are pretty much a little bit of seeds, not too much, but overall a meaty cherry. So let's try this. I have good hopes on this one. Now you may be saying to yourself, this probably tastes similar to Sun Gold or Sun Sugar. 100% not the case. When it was saying Honeycomb Hybrid, they were not kidding. This has a similar honey flavor to actual real honey. It's not like a candy sweet have when you eat a Sun Gold. But this type of sweetness is the same like honey when you put it in your tea and you stir it around a little bit. This is a really good tomato. This has a better kind of sweetness than Sun Gold. Now Sun Gold's very intense sweetness hits you with a sugar wave of epic proportions. But it's pure sweetness like a fruit or candy. Now this is a unique type of sweetness. And so I like it better. I'd give this a 4.6 out of 5. Very sweet, but a unique sweetness. And it's also meaty and juicy at the same time, granting it that 4.6 rating. Alright, let's move on to Honey Delight. Honey Delight is not as cartoonishly yellow as in the picture. When they're ripening, they were this color, but they were kind of hard, so I did not want to pick them yet. So I waited for them to get softer, and now they are like an orange yellow, but that should not ruin the flavor. Let's get a good cut. Okay, so kind of similar to Lemon Boy Plus, has the same interior of color, and it is quite, what do you call that, yellow, and with chambers that kind of look similar to a slice of a lemon or an orange. Now let's see how this tastes. Okay. I had a slight fear that it would taste as sour as Lemon Boy Plus. But just like how Lemon Boy tasted like a lemon, this is also tastes kind of like Honeycomb. It is sweet, just like Honeycomb, but not to the same level. I say it has that honey flavor like Honeycomb up to maybe 65 to 70% of the same intensity. But there is some things I like about Honey Delight more than Honeycomb. This has more juice. The texture is better on the tongue, because while this one had some juice, it was more meaty than juicy. And that juiciness allows the sweetness to more encapsulate your tongue than Honeycomb would. You would have to eat one of these to make your tongue have that entire hit of flavor of sweetness. And try another bite. Okay, if this is a 4.6, this is a 4.65. Slightly edges it out just because of the texture added in with that flavor. It's not as sweet, but it makes up for it in other ways. So there you have it. Surprisingly, the honey series of burpee is just amazing. Grow Honey Delight, grow Honeycomb. I just picked these seeds off the rack not knowing how good they would taste, and man, that was not a mistake. These are great varieties. Grow them if you can. Really cheap if you can get the seeds at Menards or your local hardware store. And yeah, stay tuned for more adventures on Riley's Gardening Adventures.